Spirituality is not about having an intellectual understanding. There are methods described in various paths of spiritual growth, in books, or in other forms of instruction, which have their potential benefit, but they are not a replacement for an actual inward experience that changes the texture of consciousness for the individual. This experience may occur through pure serendipity. It may come upon one when one is least expecting it, or it may show up in various ways through dream, through visions, through a feeling or sense of compassion, goodwill, empathy, joy, or even through a recoil from a blow or obstacle. Once one has an actual experience of the spiritual consciousness, the wider reality within which we live, breathe, and act, it is much easier to both understand and orient oneself towards integrating that experience into the rest of one's life. The experience opens the door. It also gives the individual a real sense of what the spiritual consciousness is, so that he can tune himself to respond to that and align with its vibratory pattern. The mother writes, quote, "Many ways have always been given, but a way you have been taught, a way you have read about in books or heard from a teacher, does not have the effective value of a spontaneous experience, which has come without any apparent reason, and which is simply the blossoming of the soul's awakening. 1 second of contact with your psychic being, which shows you the best way for you, the one most within your reach, which you will then have to follow with perseverance to reach the goal. 1 second which shows you how to start, the beginning. Some have this in dreams at night. Some have it at any odd time. Something one sees which awakens in one this new consciousness, something one hears, a beautiful landscape, beautiful music, or else simply a few words one reads, or else the intensity of concentration in some effort. Anything at all. There are 1,000 reasons and thousands of ways of having it. But, I repeat, all those who are destined to realize have had this at least once in their life. It may be very fleeting. It may have come when they were very young, but always at least once in one's life one has the experience of what true consciousness is. Well, that is the best indication of the path to be followed. One may seek within oneself, one may remember, may observe. One must notice what is going on, one must pay attention, that's all. Sometimes when one sees a generous act, hears of something exceptional, when one witnesses heroism or generosity or greatness of soul, meets someone who shows a special talent or acts in an exceptional and beautiful way, there is a kind of enthusiasm or admiration or gratitude which suddenly awakens in the being and opens the door to a new state of consciousness, a light, a warmth, a joy one did not know before. That too is a way of catching the guiding thread. There are 1,000 ways. One has only to be awake and to watch. First of all, you must feel the necessity for this change of consciousness. Accept the idea that it is this, the path which must lead to the goal. And once you admit the principle, you must be watchful. And you will find, you do find it. And once you have found it, you must start walking without any hesitation. Indeed, the starting point is to observe oneself, not to live in a perpetual nonchalance, a perpetual apathy. One must be attentive. End quote. Reference, Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, Growing Within, the Psychology of Inner Development, Chapter 2, Awakening of Consciousness, pages 25 to 27.